One thing people don't really talk a lot, but they always think is that life is just really fucking unfair sometimes, you know? There's just things that happen to you that you have no control over and you just have to deal with it, you know? Throughout my life, I've had a good amount of big moments that have happened to me that I just can't I had no dictation over and I just had to deal with them, you know? My best friend moving away, my parents' divorce, like I can't control those things. They just happen to me. One of the better ways to kind of cope around that, to kind of deal with those moments that I've talked a lot about, is to know what you can control. When life seems so fucking disorganized and it feels like there's just so much shit that is happening and you can't like you have no power. You're just a bystander. You're a fucking you're just watching it all unfold in front of you and you can't do anything about it. It's really hard to kind of rationalize yourself, but it's really important to say, okay, well, world's kind of going to shit. Nothing's kind of going in a positive direction for me, you know, but what can I control? I can control my reaction to things. I can control what steps I take in order to better my situation. I can control my plan of attack. Last night on stream, I was playing the video game. That's what I do. And I was very surprised when I had I'm not going to explain how Overwatch works, but imagine my rank. I'm in like demotion protection. If I lose this next game that I'm playing, I drop down to diamond. I'm masters 5 at this point. And the enemy is like 7 divisions above me. GM4, and I'm like, before the game even starts, I'm already upset, you know? God has just fucked me in the ass. Matchmaking has fucked me in the ass. They said, you know what? You just have to deal with this. You will just get fucked today. And as much as I may try in that, I tried as hard as I could in that game. I got a couple good kills, a couple good moments to where I can open team fights up, but it just doesn't matter because at the end of the day, the enemy team is just infinitely better than me, you know? So I'm just fucked. But what did I do afterward? What did I do after the fact? After I had been fucked in the anus, what did I do? I took a moment. I realized that this was bullshit. You know, I identified it. I took a step back, a mental step back. I was sitting. I didn't physically step back, but I took a step back, and I said, "What is done is done. Can't go back and change it. Can't control matchmaking. Can't control who is on my team. Can't control who's on the enemy team. All I can control is how I play, what I do, the decisions I make. That is how I'm going to improve. However much bullshit is thrown at you, you have to understand that it's just gonna happen. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of us are not as fortunate as people who can kind of either pay to have a lot of their problems go away, or they're just in positions where problems don't arise as easily. You know, whenever I get a flat tire, you know, because I drive a lot, my tires wear down really fast. I'm more prone to getting car issues. When those happen to me, I just have to fucking deal with them. You know, I drive a pretty okay car, but I wear it down very quickly. So I have to constantly keep up with maintenance. I have to constantly keep up with just making sure it's not getting fucking destroyed. But I mean, like when it does, no one's coming to save me, you know? Like it's just kind of fucked. And that's just what it is. And I can't make it not fucked. I can't just change the rules of the universe and say, okay, well, if I get a flat tire here while I'm at work, you know, I'm just fucked. But what can I do at that point? What can I do after, like, like how do I go from there? You know, it's not beneficial to anyone to sit there and sulk, to sit there and oh, woe is me, oh, my life sucks, nothing is fair. Everyone knows it's not fair. You're not fucking doing anything about it, you know? What helps you, what improves you, what makes you a better person is to acknowledge, yeah, this is fucked up. You know what? This is fucked up. Getting a GM4 tank while I'm in demotion protection of Masters 5, that's fucked up. Matchmaking is fucked up. Jeff Kaplan, go fuck yourself. Aaron Keller, go fuck yourself. You know? But you can't end it there. You can't just say, hmm, okay, I'm fucked. And then that's it. You have to go, okay, well, I'm fucked. You know? How do we move on from here? How do we keep moving forward? I had a flat tire a couple months ago while I was at work, literally just sitting in front of someone's house. I called my dad. He told me that's what I usually do. I call my dad. I say, "Hey, Dad, I have a flat tire." He says, "Shit, I'm in somewhere." He was not able to come help me out with it. Luckily, my uncle was in. He was at home, so he was able to help me, and I was able to have him come over, help me fix my swap my tires out, and then from there, talked with my father, and we discussed buying new tires. It was fucked up, you know. I'm pretty sure I had to leave work because my car was fucked. You know, I had to once I got it fixed, I couldn't drive on a spare, so I decided to drive home, which didn't really make that much sense. But I had to drive home and kind of be fucked for the day. But I didn't just give up. I didn't just mentally say, okay, this is fucked up. This is over. Like I'm just getting shit on by the universe, whatever. Because that doesn't help me. That doesn't help anyone. Having that kind of woe is me mindset doesn't you don't gain anything from that. And that's what I'm really like. I like trying to gain things, trying to gain some kind of experience, some kind of knowledge, some kind of wisdom, whatever it may be. And you don't gain any wisdom, you don't gain any knowledge from being a victim, or having a victim mindset. You know what I'm trying to say. I'll wrap this up as my cats are now fighting. What I'm trying to say is that life is unfair and you can't fucking do anything about it. You know, you have to just roll with the punches. You have to just deal with it. And the degree in which you deal with it, I really do think hinges on how you perceive yourself, how you perceive your situation, and how you perceive where you want to be in life. You know, no one who wants to be successful, no one who wants to escape poverty, no one who wants to achieve greatness in life views themselves as a constant victim. They don't view themselves as woe is me, my life sucks, nothing goes right for me. Sure, those things may be true, but the mindset, the interpretation, the the dialogue that you have with yourself is so much more important on how you progress and how you get out of those situations. Thank you.